an Italian court ruled that a family couldn't name their child Friday. It had to be changed to Gregory. They had registered the child's name and even baptized it under the name of Friday. But months later, a city clerk brought this to the attention of a council in which they informed the family of an administrative norm where you can't give a child a shameful or ridiculous name and say the kid would be the butt of jokes and it would hinder him from developing interpersonal relationships. But the family said even if they had a daughter, they would have named it Friday. Now typically in Italy, people will name a child with a Christian name. Will Smith says it was taken out of context by a paper reporting in Scotland that Will Smith said Hitler wasn't all that bad. He didn't just wake up one day and decide he was going to do the most vile thing. He was probably doing what he thought was right. And the Jewish Defense League got angered by this. And Will Smith saying the JDL spit on the memories of every Jew killed by the Nazis. A judge has ordered Sean Connery and his downstairs neighbor to settle their dispute like adults. Because of living in his New York townhome, he's been having complaints that the renovations subjected him to things like noise, leaks, fumes, and rats. Like those New York rats must be so terrible that closed down every single fast food joint in New York. And saying that because of this dispute, it's delaying them actually fixing the roof. Athens, Greece. There's a man being charged with property damage because he was walking on a sidewalk in which a 4x4 vehicle was in his way. So he got so fed up, he decided to walk over it. And now is being charged with property damage. But it being said, many people in Greece, they'll park their cars even at hospital entrances, wheelchair ramps, and sidewalks. And he's saying, but now I'm being tried for property damage, and they didn't even give the guy with a car a parking ticket. A North Dakota farmer is able to predict the weather with pig spleens, saying his corrections are about 85% correct. If they're wider, that means there's going to be a harsh winter and a mild spring. But if it's wider to narrower, then there's going to be a harsher spring. And saying that their parents came from the Ukraine to the U.S. about 100 years ago. And this is a dying art. Now you can go clubbing at 2 p.m. with the dance sensation from the U.S., which has become a hit in the UK, Baby Disco. Now you can go clubbing with your child and dance to classic tunes. Art Conrad of Bremerton, Washington is so against consumerism, he's put a crucified Santa on a cross in front of his house. He's saying they have perverted Santa Claus from what he started out to be, and now is being used by corporations to get us to buy more things. And he's been giving his friends Christmas cards with pictures of the crucified Santa, and it says, Santa died for your MasterCard. And saying some people have been offended, but many curious by this crucified Santa.
This Week in Strange has been brought to you by